Alright guys, welcome to today's workout recap. Welcome to the channel. So today, you see I'm covered up just so we don't smash the watches, etc. And obviously with the kettlebell, so that's going to be necessary because we're going to do some lateral work with cleans and snatches. So we're going to be taking a bit of a sting on the wrist, or trying not to, and we're going to pair that with the main lift today being the Zercher Squat. Excuse the rat-a-tat-tat in the background, but it's happening to live across the road from a construction site at the moment. So 3 movements only today, that's it, simple, straightforward. The reps are 6, so we're not going high volume, we're going low volume. We're also going nice steady tempo, and we're also going with a decent weight, not super heavy, but enough to challenge you when you are in the tempo. So the Zercher Squat is first, which we'll demonstrate in a minute. We're then going to come on to the kettlebell. I'm going to do a lateral or a cross body clean into a reverse lunge, and we're going to also do a cross body into a snatch, and then into a windmill. So let's just demonstrate what those 3 are, and then we'll talk about the alternatives. So Zercher Squat. For those who are not familiar, the bar is going to be sitting in the crack of the elbows. You're picking the bar up, holding it in front like this, and we're going to step out. And what we're looking to do is I'm looking to get a nice depth of squat. So therefore we don't want to have the bar to go too heavy, because it is being held basically like a curl. Right? So take the bar inside the elbow, find out the positioning for you. I like to do it just on the edge of the smooth. Pick it up, step the bar out, get into my stance. From here, breathe in. And again, we're simply going to go for a set of 6 in that Zercher. So depending upon what weight that you have got in this, you can probably go higher, you can probably go faster tempo. But again, we're looking for a nice steady 2 or so seconds down, a second or so hold at the bottom, 2 or so seconds up, and then a second or so at the top. So even if we said, let's say it is a 2 to 3 down, 1 second hold, 2 seconds up, 1 second top, and go down like that. That's the tempo, and we're only going to go for a set of 6. And again, I'm focusing on pulling the shoulders back and sitting deep in the squat. Okay, so I'm really trying to sit deep in that squat. I'm not quite in sumo, but my feet are wide enough to let me do that with how my hips are. Movement number 2, a lateral or a cross body clean into a reverse lunge. Now you can reverse lunge the leg. I did one leg where I did the opposite hand, and I did one leg where then I did the second round with the same leg. So what that looks like, I'm coming across the body. So the right hand, the kettlebell's going to start over here. I am going to swing a bit, and I'm going to rotate through, but then I'm going to come back to center. So first option, clean. Here. Now if I'm going the same hand, I'm then stepping back. Here, I'm coming down. Here, and then I'm going to change legs this time and alternate to here and go forward. And I'm going to do that for a set of 3 on my right, 3 on my left. That's my first round. Each subsequent round after that if I feel comfortable, I'm going to go for 6s. The third movement and the final movement is same sort of positioning, kettlebell is across the body, but this time it is a snatch. So we're bringing it straight up. So we're going to use the arc, and we're going to end up in this position where I'm here, and then I'm going to step back to the side before I then get into my windmill. So my feet are going to be a little bit wider. If you've not done a windmill, you may not get down to the full range. Just simply tip a little tiny bit. Maybe you can use your elbow as your guide to your hip and work on this. This is good. I'm thick through here. So this is, for me, this is good. It's nice and strong. Helps me with Turkish get-ups. If you don't have a strong trunk, I'm not going to say core, if you don't have a strong trunk, because it comes all the way up to your upper to mid to mid-back as well too. Windmills is something that you might try with something lighter. We're using the same as the 20 kilo kettlebell. So I'm going to come from the side. Again, I'm going to rotate a bit just to get control, and then I'm going to go into the windmill. From here, and touch back to center. Okay, I may want to switch hands straight away. Touch, brace. Now, if I'm doing this for the first time, I might want to use my elbow into my hip, that's my base. I'm going to stand back up. And then I'm going to change the move. Now, windmills, if you can't do windmills, you're not sure, I simply want you to get on the floor. The other day we did a Turkish get up. So I want you to practice just the half get up. So up to the seated and into the bridge position and back down. That is your option. If you're doing this at home and you don't have a kettlebell or barbell, then your sandbag or your ruck is your go-to. You can bear hug your ruck, or you can Zercher with your sandbag. It may not be as heavy, but that's the case, that's fine. Just go slow tempo and keep yourself as upright as you can be. You'll be in about 75 degrees, but just keep it nice and steady. With the clean, if that's the case, then you might want to just do a normal front clean into reverse lunge, but then do a lunge each leg, 1, 2, back down and clean, and do 6 of those. As far as doing the windmill, you may not want to be doing that with a ruck, okay, or a sandbag. It is a little bit more challenging. There goes the truck. So what you can do is you can do it with a ruck if you've got a ruck that's got a top handle. So what I do with the ruck is I might bring my ruck clean. I might then put my hand in. I might put my press. So my ruck is now sitting down my arm, and I may want to rotate and do that. But again, you've got to make sure the ruck is sturdy and the weight is evenly distributed, whereas that's with kettlebell's an advantage, it sits through here. You may also want to do this with a dumbbell. So you might want to go not a cross body snatch, you might want to do a straight forward snatch and then try that. Option 2, if you're not so sure on bending through here, then simply repeat the lunge, but this time repeat the lunge in the overhead position. Okay? If you want a little bit out of a stimulus, add a bit of a challenge, you may want to repeat the lunge into a curtsy. Okay? And go through, because that puts a little bit more stress on here, a bit more compression on this side also too. So again, just to repeat, I simply ran the clock for 30 minutes. I chose the number of 6 simply because it's low volume. The weight's heavy enough, still gives me a bit of workout. I'm not sweating, I'm not killing myself. It's a good stability type workout using Zercher Squat as number 1, followed by the cross body or lateral clean into reverse lunge, and then the lateral snatch or cross body snatch into the windmill. Again, 6 reps each, and when these guys here, you have to bring it down to 3 each side, 3 and 3 for a total of 6. That's it, that's the workout. Please like, please subscribe, please tell a friend.